Well, I want to go back to secret sauce because I feel like you sold yourself short a little bit there. Because while you may not have, or maybe I set you up to sell yourself short with my little joke about not having a ton of experience, but while you may not have a ton of experience owning a laundromat, first of all, you have a ton of experience owning investments. But I really think that for you, a big part of your secret sauce, like it's a theme that's run all throughout your whole story, is having like your whole not being the smartest person in the room, networking. One of the I've mentioned him on the podcast before. One of the guys I love to listen to is Dan Sullivan from Strategic Coach. And one of the things that he always says is think who, not how. And actually, I think he just came out with the book, Who, Not How, which I haven't read, but I will read because I love what he says. But, the basic concept of it is like, hey, I want to get into laundromats, and it's not, don't think, okay, how can I do that? Think who can help me make that happen. And that's exactly what you did, right? You went to your first friend in Michigan. You said, okay, he can help me make this happen. But you found out that wasn't going to work. So then you thought, okay, who else can help make this happen? You found your friend in Atlanta, and you guys jumped into it together, and there you go, right? Like you have a laundromat and you're off to the races.
Listen up, it's the secret sauce.
Yeah. I'm problem solution solving, right? Like, and somebody's laid out the model before you is like one thing I've realized. You're not recreating the wheel or doing something that hasn't been done. So find the successful people that are doing it, model them, and start taking action. I mean, I think I told you, like, I picked up or listened to your podcast last May, and that was the first time I listened to a laundromat podcast, or that was kind of the first time I started learning about laundromats. And I mean, here we are, not even a year later, and we're looking to purchase our second one. And it's not like we didn't do anything special, right? We're just following the steps that you take to achieve your goals and get to where you want to go. And
here you are, the pinnacle of your life on the Laundromat Resource Podcast. There's nowhere to go but down from here for you.
I know.
And so you're going to have to grapple with that after this is over. I don't know. No, but seriously, I mean, that's what it is, right? Like, I love hearing that because, like I said, I talk to a lot of people who, will listen to the podcast for years, or who will research, or who will engage on the forums, or who will read, or who watch YouTube videos and never end up owning a laundromat or a real estate investment or whatever it is that they're into. And that's not really to fault them, because it is scary, right? Like that first step, that's a scary step to take. But I love what you said earlier, where you said, if you're too afraid to take that first step, find someone else who isn't afraid to do it and partner with them, and just, borrow their courage basically, and take that step. But that's the whole problem solution thing.
Problem solution. There's a problem, just find a solution to it, right? Like, we couldn't buy one in Michigan, so on to the next market. And, one other thing to note too about the letters, like people that are afraid to call stores, if you send out letters, those people that reach out to you are reaching out to you for a reason. So you're not making a cold call. And I think that could help a lot of people get over that kind of first fear by reaching out to approach somebody to buy their store. If you do send out letters, that person contacts you, there's some kind of interest there. They want to know, what can this person offer me, or, what angle are they taking? So have the conversation with them. They're most likely going to be somewhat welcoming if they're reaching out to you.
Yeah, that's great. And the same is true. Like, if you pop into a laundromat, just drop a letter off, whether you talk to somebody there or not. I encourage you, just drop a letter off with them and introduce yourself and let them know what you're looking for and that you're interested.
Yeah.
You never know what comes from it.
I mean, think about it. If somebody reached out to you or me, like, looking at this from a year ago, you're nervous calling that first store. But if somebody called me, and I'm sure you, and said, hey, I'm looking to buy my first laundromat, I'd actually be very interested in, hey, what made you call my store? Like, how far along in the process are you?
Yeah.
And even if you're not going to sell it at your store to them, probably give them a couple good tips.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I found the same, goes both ways actually. And if you, one of the things that makes it easier, I found for a lot of my coaching clients to reach out is come with a message that, hey, I'm interested in buying, but also have something to give too. So like if they're not interested in buying, say, okay, yeah, no problem. Let me know if you become interested down the line because I'm looking, just remember me. And here's something that I found valuable. For me, it's easy. I'll mention my podcast or my website or whatever, the forums. And you can do that too. But it could be whatever, something that you feel like might be valuable for that owner. And then all of a sudden it's not like hey, I'm trying to get something from you. It's like, hey, I have something to give to you too. So if you're not interested in selling, no worries. Check out this article or check out this podcast episode or check out this video that might help you, with your business. And that way it feels a little more like, mutual. It's abundance mindset right there.
Exactly. That is a very good point.